So I'm probably disappointed. I'm probably gutted. Something has to change, but I don't know who knew what. I'm thinking, why doesn't it just come out now then? You know, I knew, and I'm hearing everybody else is saying they've only just found out. It's breaking.
Well, they're always coming up with new things to avoid certain drug tests where they just alter a chemical just slightly. It's way more potent, and it was legal. We would get it from a fucking chemical company where you'd order it over the internet, and they would send you like an aspirin bottle of the shit.
A few unlimited shots, and that's what it takes. You know, it's one of those things. It's heavyweight boxing. You can get caught. I know all about getting caught.
Team around me has had to go, no, come on, let's be smart about this. But I'm just like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. I'll do whatever. Just sign that person up, do whatever.
He's had to serve under the rules and regulations. Me, I think anybody who cheats with the drug should be banned for life.
He was on steroids. That's exactly why Fabio Wardley looked like a machine in that ring. Nobody dominates Joseph Parker that easily without something extra running through their veins. His energy, his power, everything looked unnatural. It wasn't heart or skill, it was chemistry.
Unfortunately, there is going to be there needs to be an inquiry straight after this. Why, what? But that's what I'm hearing. The news is as fresh to me as it is you. I'm quite sure when this goes out, it'll be all over the place anyway.
Fabio suddenly sounds confused, like he doesn't know what's happening, yet the timing of his statement is too convenient. The man who was just celebrating a knockout now wants privacy. That's not the tone of innocence. It's the tone of someone caught off guard after the mask slips.
The answer's here. What's gone on? Like, what's happened? I know that there has to be a level of privacy with these things, but with boxing and as boxers,
Eddie's trying hard to defend his fighter, but the words sound rehearsed. Negative tests don't mean everything when the system itself can be questioned. Boxing fans aren't fools. They've seen this game before. When money's on the line, results somehow turn clean overnight.
We've just been waiting for all the final test results to come back from UCAD, which are now back, that are negative, and that's the testing process they use. So we need clarity from the board. If you're not suspending him, if you're not allowing this fight to happen, he can fight someone else, but you won't allow this fight. So again, it's quite fresh at the moment, but that's where we are at the moment.
Johnny is spot on here. No drug gives you ring IQ, but it gives you an unfair edge, and that's what makes it disgusting. Fabio didn't outthink Parker. He overpowered him. It wasn't craft or skill. It was chemistry doing the talking, and fans can see through that fake glory.
Drugs don't make you a better fighter. Drugs may make you a little stronger, may make you give you a bit more energy, but it don't make you technically smart. It doesn't give you all of that, you know. So those drug cheats that do it purposely, you got to remember, you know, why are you doing it? What difference is it going to make? It's going to make you like a boxing Einstein?
Fabio sounds like a man trying to convince himself more than anyone else. Talking about focus and power right after steroid rumors is almost comic. Real fighters earn their gas tank through grind, not through labs. His words feel hollow when the fans know his advantage might not be natural.
I just need to not get distracted, not get dissuaded from anything. Just stay on target, stay on focus. I have the athleticism, I have the speed, I have the power. I've got it in my tank to go through the rounds if you want to go. So none of those things are a factor or a problem for me. I just need to stay on job.
Frank's analogy hits hard. If a fighter gets caught, he serves his time, but that doesn't mean fans forget. Boxing has no reset button. Reputation is everything. Fabio can deny, deflect, or demand sympathy, but once that shadow of doping falls on your name, it never truly leaves.
I can see where they're coming from, but the fact of the matter is, it's like if you go to prison, you're found guilty of a crime, you go to prison, you serve your sentence, and the slate gets wiped.
Duke McKenzie couldn't have put it better. Boxing is not a game you play with enhanced lungs and chemically built muscles. When you cheat in a sport where men risk everything, you insult every fighter who bled for his record. Fabio Wardley is being called out for a reason. He is not being targeted because he won. He is being exposed because his win looked too good to be real. The punch power, the stamina, everything screamed enhance. Resinacit.
If it was me, take his license away. You know, because you cannot cheat in the sport of boxing. Not if you're going to put on a pair of gloves and get inside that square circle and physically fight somebody, and potentially you could easily lose your life. Then to take anything which will give you enhance your performance, it's it's just wrong.
Coldwell spoke what the fans were already shouting. When a performance looks suspicious, the first thought is never admiration, it's doubt. People don't cheer for questionable victories. They ask questions, and that's what this moment is about. Fabio's power looked almost superhuman against Parker. When fighters go from average to unstoppable overnight, it doesn't feel like growth. It feels like a lab experiment gone wrong.
Fucking hell, cheating bastard. You know, that's the initial reaction. Whether it's a first fail or a third fail, that's the initial reaction. Your gut reaction is, but then obviously we don't know what he's failed for yet, and we don't know what it is. But then when it's somebody that's failed 3 times, or this is the third adverse reaction.
Adam is right. This is beyond wins and losses now. It's about safety and trust. Boxing is already one of the most dangerous sports in the world. Add drug abuse into that, and you are gambling with lives. The board's silence makes it worse. Fans expect transparency, but all they see are excuses. When a fighter's health is on the line, there should be no compromise. Fabio's name should not be cleared with whispers behind closed doors.
Want to turn up and get paid.
Correct.
This should not be their decision. The British Boxing Board of Control should be standing up and taking the voluntary anti-doping test seriously. Absolutely. Yes, I know that you work with the UK anti-doping, I know that, but this is a test. He's popped hot. Let's look into it properly. What happens if something happens on Saturday night?
Absolutely.
What if we've already got a safety?
Johnny's disappointment echoes through the boxing community. The sport has seen too many scandals to believe in coincidence anymore. Every time a story like this breaks, it damages the entire sport's credibility. Fabio's case feels like deja vu. The way his camp handles it will define his career, because no matter how many statements are made, fans can smell dishonesty. The question is simple: did he cheat or not?
Don't matter what drugs you take, it doesn't make you a better fighter. Might make you stronger, might make you fit. It doesn't make you a better fighter, and that's proof. You know, so until more news.
Don Charles speaks from the heart of every clean fighter. Cheating in boxing is not just about gaining advantage, it's about endangering lives. Fighters put everything on the line, and when someone cuts corners, it disrespects the entire sport. The governing bodies have become too soft, too quiet, too afraid of losing revenue. Fabio's situation should be the line in the sand. If proof exists, punish him without hesitation. If not, clear his name publicly. Silence is the biggest insult to the sport.
Taking drugs, I mean, this is very unforgiving. You can't, I'm sorry. Provided he's been found, it's 100% that those substances were found in his system, it's unforgiving. And you know what, I blame the governing bodies, because I don't believe that they imposing heavy enough fine.
Daniel Dubois said what every real boxer feels. There is no place for shortcuts in a sport built on discipline and courage. Drug cheats don't deserve the same spotlight as men who grind every day in the gym. Fabio Wardley has to face the truth that his performance has cast a dark shadow over his name. The way he finished Parker raised eyebrows for a reason. If this sport is to remain pure, fighters like Dubois are right. Those who use enhancements should step aside and let true warriors fight clean.
Finding people that are, you know, doing that sort of thing. So, you know, drug cheats need to, you know, they need to step aside and let real fighters fight.
Even Canelo, a man who has been under similar scrutiny, sounds cautious here. His surprise says everything. When a top fighter sees something suspicious, it usually means there's truth in the rumors. Canelo understands what it feels like to face accusations, but his tone shows doubt more than sympathy. The fact that he hesitates to defend Fabio Wardley tells its own story. The boxing world can sense when something smells off, and right now, this entire situation does. People are not judging early, they are judging what's in front of them.
I don't know exactly what is going on, and so I don't have anything to say right now. I'm surprised, yes, because I know Ryan and I don't.
Adam Smith is trying to balance the narrative, but even he sounds conflicted. He knows Parker's talent is real and his improvement undeniable, yet he admits Wardley's power was the problem. That's exactly what fans are questioning. How did Wardley's power look so unnatural against a rejuvenated Parker? You can't ignore how easily he broke through someone who looked technically superior. That kind of power doesn't just appear overnight. When a fighter's strength defies logic, people start whispering whispering, and those whispers are getting louder by the hour.
I mean, I think Parker has got wonderful skills, and under Andy Lee, he's really rejuvenated, and I think he's one of the best heavyweights in the world, period now, former world champion, of course. I think he's better than he once was, so that's a problem for Wardley, but Wardley brings that power in, and remember, Joe Joyce knocked Joe Parker out. Others have had him in trouble, Dillian White down, so you can never write Wardley out of anything.
Parker spoke like a man who understood the magnitude of the moment. Fabio Wardley wasn't just another name to him. He was the obstacle between redemption and regret. But after what followed, the whole narrative changed. Parker didn't lose to a better boxer. He lost to a fighter many now question. Fans feel robbed of a fair fight, and that's what makes this story burn hotter. The integrity of that win is under fire, and until Wardley clears his name, every punch in that fight feels tainted by suspicion.
Whoever's in front of you, fight them, smash them, move on to the next. So for me, this Fabio Wardley fight is the most important, and he is my Usyk, because there's no point thinking about Usyk if I can't take care of business with Fabio.
Roy Jones Jr. saw what many experts saw before the fight. Parker was in peak form, fast, sharp, and coached by one of the smartest minds in the game. On paper, Fabio shouldn't have dominated him the way he did. That's why the performance feels suspicious. It looked less like a contest and more like an experiment in human endurance. When the underdog suddenly looks unstoppable against a world-class technician, people start to wonder. Roy's words now echo a painful truth. Parker was at his best, yet something about Wardley's strength just didn't feel natural.
I think Parker has got wonderful skills, and under Andy Lee, he's really rejuvenated, and I think he's one of the best heavyweights in the world, period now, former world champion, of course. I think he's better than he once was, so that's a problem for Wardley, but Wardley brings that power in, and remember, Joe Joyce knocked Joe Parker out. Others have had him in trouble.
This entire situation has left the boxing world shaken, because what was supposed to be a great heavyweight night now feels like a scandal in the making. Fans are questioning everything they saw that night, from the punches that looked too heavy to the stamina that refused to fade. If the rumors are true, this could become one of the biggest controversies in modern boxing history. The sport that thrives on respect and hard work cannot survive if shortcuts are rewarded. Fabio Wardley has the chance to clear his name, but silence only fuels more doubt. Real fighters like Joseph Parker and Daniel Dubois fight with pride and honor, and they deserve the same respect back from the sport itself. If you believe boxing needs truth and transparency, then stay tuned, because this story is far from over and the real fight for integrity has just begun.